to win we do because they haven't qualified.
This time he does get it. Charges and slaps it over cover point. It's one of his favourite shots off the seamer.
Takes a bit too than trying to lap it over fine leg.
Butler.
Well, safer on body and soul as well.
Have you seen
This
Collies?
is what he's been hoping for. He makes his own
Why?
width by charging down outside leg
Don't.
stump.
No.
I was going to, and then I fell asleep.
Pretty good touch as we
Oh,
saw the other
yeah.
night. Colour Kelly, he was
That
outstanding.
figures
He created,
It does
wasn't
because
it?
I've got an
Better delivering a
appointment at
normal
Gnostic on
stance, but
Monday.
by
Wow.
going outside
Again.
he created
That's
his own
great,
width.
isn't it?
And that's the art of batsmanship, really. Very fine.
Really?
That's the why they're waiting so long.
And control it.
Oh.
Why are they waiting so long?
Puts himself room again, scoops it, and scoops it all away. A remarkable shot. Into the screen.
Even though...
Oh, he damaged the screen.
Breaks the screen.
What?
He's
Yeah.
broken the screen.
Well, there we are. Everyone can see that.
I'll take that out of his money.
I get this with you every time. I know.
Phenomenal.
You always
Oh,
have.
let's have a look.
You
Look
always.
at...
Flick of the wrist.
Can't see
Yeah,
it.
short side, but serious shot.
That is quite significant damage.
Henry
They don't care.
searching for the pads and the
No,
stuff.
but they should care.
The Indians don't care. Look, they're singing, they're dancing.
Well, they don't... I mean, they just like cricket, in a way, so... Oh, he's loving the fact that he's just cracked the screen. Oh, what team was it who
Screen broken.
broke the solar panels on one of the grounds?
Punch down the ground. Not a lot wrong with the delivery. Just Beckham trying to put pressure on the bowler.
Now the nick off Lockie Ferguson and the big over off Henry all of a sudden has given England some freedom at the top of the order and some momentum in this power play. Nothing wrong with that shot either, to be perfectly honest. Considering he was at sixes and sevens in
We
the
don't want to
last
be
over
here,
with
is
Ferguson's
it?
pace. To get it half forward and drill it down the ground past
Why
the
can't you just be
experienced
nice for
bowler.
us?
Banton has some interesting thoughts going through his head,
Combination
maybe
of
looking
put
side
my-
on what the heck's going on out there.
My
But
pizza in the
this
car.
all of a sudden becomes
I'm
crucial
not
for
really
New Zealand
wanting
because
back
England
off
have
that
found
bit.
momentum. It doesn't take
The
much.
bird's gone.
No.
It hasn't got it down there.
14 in the last 3 deliveries.
I can't see it when I walk past.
Oh my god. I've got a problem.
Shovel, the fielding is good out there, just
This
keeping
is
it to a
refuse
single.
my blood pressure medication.
Chapman in the deep.
So I looked in the bottom and it's already in there.
Well, he went one way, bowler followed him, and then he just scooped it, and it's amazing
I'm
how
already just
far
gonna
he can
die.
hit
Can I
it
borrow
with
one
just
of
a
the flash
flick of the wrist.
instantly so I
Watch
can
this
put it
flick
in
at
because
the
I'm already
end,
just gonna die
and that's
half
where
of
he
the
gets his
recording.
power from.
Why long now?
It might be actually. I'll go try it. I feel like trying to charge it so I don't want to die half of the recording.
I'm sure he can afford to pay him for the damage. Yes, it's not the greatest, not it?
I guess it's the one advantage of England
Of
having
course.
qualified it. If they lost to Pakistan,
Now
and this
have
was
as much
effectively
money
a
as he did
knockout
once,
game
I've
for them,
after
this
his
would be very
£30,000
nervy.
fine, but hey.
But they through to semi-finals. Enjoy the
It might not
chase.
actually, it might be up to Cricket England to actually pay to get it
Or just
fixed.
play with freedom.
And not how he broke
Nothing to
himself.
worry about. No team wants to be losing games. You understand that.
Oh, he's gone for it.
But why is it in
And the element of
between
freedom to
gaps
play
and
with.
But you can't sit. I think it just, I think it just slightly affected it.
It's not
Was it in
enough.
line? May have got outside the line. He was so far across.
Tim Seifert's early indication was outside the line.
Guess who is that?
Saw him gesture to Ferguson.
Oh, theatre.
Good slow delivery. I think it's the
Well,
leg
maybe
roller, the
Ferguson.
one that rolls the fingers down the
I know
left-hand
which
side
switch
of
we
the
could
ball.
go to.
I really think he
It's
doesn't need to
better
take the
one.
shot at the moment. It's too hard to play on the surface, but he found a way off Henry
Why
in
is
the
he
last
if you
over.
got pain tonight? So small.
I'm sure the
He's not
25th
playing
will
the ball behind.
then,
I
or
mean,
is he going to
he's
take
got
some
the
of his own
ability to hit it
money?
anywhere.
I thought he was doing that anyway, taking some of his own money.
Now that's the shot. That's his area.
No, Matt said
And
20
what
isn't.
New Zealand have got to adjust their
But
bowled speed for much longer.
Let's just get away from me for a few hours.
He's inviting
Not
them
very
to the
nice.
stumps. That's the problem. He's going
You
that
two
far.
are
He slanked them. There they are. You hit them if you want. You don't get them. I'll get them beforehand.
Whenever I'm in this house,
Stop
you're
it.
either
He's
gonna
done it
at
three
an
occasions
appointment.
now. He's
He
shown
said to
New
me,
Zealand the
where
woodwork.
is he? I said, I don't know. He said,
And
you
they
must know
have
where he is.
said,
You
"Oh,
must shut the
look,
job
there's
behind
a
and
man."
not
He
go
said, "No,
stupid.
I
It's
don't
a
know."
Lovely. I'm whispering, I won't go for it.
Get
Come
back
back
in
followed
there.
him.
I told
Bowled the
you.
Yorker. Good
It was a
right boot
lovely
as well.
hello.
Bobby Ferguson. It's 24.
When I got in the
28
door
for
and
two.
he wasn't here.
I was here.
Where were you?
Excuse me.
Chatting about.
KK, I was here.
But he was he?
I thought the one thing in Malaysia. I'm always here.
Eyes
I
as
said
well.
hello to you, and sometimes when I say hello to you, it's more when you can pop to be in his house.
Just anybody going in for the car.
Middle of the bat.
Vehicle. That hasn't been damaged
Raced
yet.
How
across
are
the
we
surface.
doing?
How difficult shot would that be? If you could just aim for the car vehicle.
That's lovely, isn't it? It's not really good for you.
The openers have gone again. Concern for England leading up to knockout cricket.
Yeah, there you go.
Plenty of batting. Brooks, the captain, in great form.
Do you have a hole where we wait for the next over?
Next challenge for England. Trial by spin. Of Santner into the attack.
You honey,
I wish you all the time.
we're parents today.
I don't know everyone grandad yet. And two, your grandma. Yeah, she was out. What happened was she had to go
Well,
check
it came off the
Adam.
bat quick because it was
Says I had to go
about
check
as quick
Adam
as
for
you'll see
the
Mitchell
review.
Santner.
The cloud is just bandaged up on him.
Perfectly honest,
Oh,
he won't be darting
Yeah,
it in.
review.
He'll be floating it and floating it
His stuff.
slower and slower.
He doesn't know, does he?
Nope. She's not happy because if my dad had been here, he could have taken it to the review.
The one. Exactly as Ian Smith said. Running has to be good.
You're bloody halfway there already. It's too late to go back.
I've always wanted it. Brooks did respond well.
Well, look at me.
Children.
I
Quick
don't know,
enough.
it's just not for me, is it? So why do you
Soon as it
keep
went
looking at me
past
like it's for me?
If it was already quite a
It's
long
just
way
a
down.
So why do you keep looking at me when you're doing it?
This is the battle for me.
Which,
Santner against
It's to
Brooks.
clean the gutters out.
Brooks sometimes can
Why
go
do you-
early against
whenever
spin.
you
He
look
goes
at
down
me,
the
I
pitch and gives you a
look
little
weird.
signal. And
Is that
Santner is
it?
brilliant at picking up signals.
I think it's
He
all way
bowls it
better
slower,
for
he bowls it wider.
than now.
This is the battle.
Literally.
I hit the pads. What you doing?
Brook played spin brilliantly in Kelly against Pakistan, using his feet, then staying back deep in the crease as well. Has always been a good puller actually of spin bowling. Picks up length really quick. That shot is his shot. Pick up
Kelly,
length and hit over mid
how
on
good
and
was
mid
Rian?
wicket.
I probably slept through it.
No, tell me you're the same.
You can't say anything because you've slept through what you're supposed to.
Best volley bowled. Mitchell
Oh,
Santner,
make
and
sure you
speed's
watch
the
it
key
often
here. We'll keep
later.
emphasising it because it's so hard to hit the slower you bowl. The first volley bowl was 89k.
Never mind,
Got the
Captain.
second one back to 77, so you're
I'm
looking
gonna
at
make
a
sure-
12k
Pressure's on
difference
you,
in
mate.
between deliveries.
We weren't
That one,
qualified. Pressure's on them.
88.9. It didn't seem
Why didn't you
that
see
way
the
through
one
the
last
air.
game as well, just like we did?
We were the first to qualify.
When you
Out of our group.
can still qualify if they win probably today. If we
There's
can't
only
beat
two.
them.
There's only two that qualified.
Exactly, so no one has qualified apart from us.
We already qualified last match.
Exactly, so there's only one more team in Albanese to join.
Variation
So
up
we
and
see
down
could be
going
that
through
team
the
at
gears.
Jones,
No
right?
signal as well.
That's
No sign when you're
Eight.
facing up to him that he's
Nine.
going to change the pace.
Oh.
He has
Yeah.
the same arm speed for everything.
careful.
Gone from 8 to, well, we've gone from 8 to 4.
That is nailed. Excellent from Bethel to end the over. Reverse sweep. We've got a
Oh,
contest on here.
Bethel.
It's 34 for 2 after 5.
I've never seen so much English supply in my life.
It was a perfect to go travel to watch this in the T20 World Cup.
Even the ones that, I'm wondering if the ones that have been supporting their own nations are now not like supporting the teams that are still in.
Bring us different wickets. You know.
tremendous game in prospect. England 34 for 2,
2 knocks.
chasing 160. Both openers dismissed early again. Harry Brooks has played a couple of extraordinary shots, and Jacob Bethel finished the previous over
And this is why
with a hard-hit reverse
I'm
sweep.
glad I walked when we
Trial by spin from here on in, and that's a good test for Bethel, who struggled a little more against spin in this competition than against pace.
I did not set his voice before the last mock. I had a lovely thing she said.
Conky then,
The way if Jeff hadn't gone for it the way he did,
instead of
he
Michael
wouldn't caught the edge, he
Bracewell
would be
in
out.
this competition after Bracewell left with that calf injury. Did the job with the bat in the previous game, got it to do now with the ball.
It's Henry that got it. Who got the first booking?
After hurry and gets home, there's twos to be had. England, remember, hit
If I
14
all
twos against Pakistan up in
Harry,
Palakelli,
never have an
and
issue.
they'll be eyeing that long boundary for some more. Yeah, you have to adapt your game to different venues.
Don't blame me.
Huge leg side boundary, plenty of twos on offer. There's Jimmy Nisham out there at deep backward square, the top fielder.
The further we go on, the better bullet will
So
do
deep.
back.
We're running out of time.
Love to be bowling to the left-handed Bethel through this phase.
We're running out of time, mate. We're running out of time.
Have we got to the semi-finals yet? Hold. Have we got to the semi-finals yet? Have we got...
We're already qualified.
Yeah, but we haven't got to the semi-final match yet, have we?
Well, no, you have to do a Super 6
Is
then.
it?
But because you don't know who we're playing in the semi-finals, that's why.
Wow! Excellent bit of fielding from
Wood
Matt
might have
Henry.
gone.
Look at his face.
We might have got broken.
How his wife would let him go out like that?
White carried it in hard and flat from
No, that Henry, that's all
forward
that hair
diving.
in that.
It's just got a
What?
Don't
flat
insult
volley.
me like
What?
New Zealand with the
What?
No, I don't mind him winning.
To
Not in
catch
his
it
case,
up,
obviously.
yeah.
We might have gone.
Hands.
See, look at him.
Oh,
You won't be taking rock next time.
Brilliant. He has been brilliant so far in this innings, full of innovation and power,
he's going to
giving
get
himself
100 again,
room
but
outside the leg
can't
stump
expect
to
it every time.
access the
no, but
offside.
when we do what he did last game.
Well, the drop minute three to maybe do that again.
Right armour around the wicket. Looking at sliding across Harry Brook on this occasion. He's hit that from outside leg side. The back foot over cover.
So you can just leave it.
Unbelievable batting.
Really good. No.
You get the
Just the one this time.
He going to go up to
Loves
and check what accents I've got
that
next
arc
week.
between wide, mid-off,
This is
straight
trying to
extra
take
cover.
off his go out.
Brilliant player, pace and spin. That particular part of the ground, and he's climbing up that list. Move to number 3 suits him.
Will you do that for me?
Bethel finds the gap this
See what
time.
accents I've got
So
next
England
week.
starting to motor now towards the end of the power play. They end the power play 47 for 2.
The back of the camera, I've been like in Wait.
1-2, the all-in-one app to invest,
Do it again.
save, earn 3.6% interest with our cash ISA. Spend like an investor with our free debit card and get 1.5% cash back. Get the Trading 212 app and start building wealth today.
How could I get a dream with this?
No, but I've been looking at this week from so annoyed at
Same
what they've
great
got 2
choice
exams
now
in
in a
one
new
day.
house.
No, it's not good.
Good. Well, Brush. That's impressive. There's no problem. Oh, but good teeth. You can stay up there. I'll come up. Red Bull gives you wings.
Made for
What then? How do you find out?
much my body can take.
Simply one of a kind. All new Sky One. Available now.
This is where we are, 47 for 2. New Zealand were 54 for none after the power play, but lost their openers very soon afterwards, whereas Bethel and Brooke have just started to get their partnership going. This is going to be a key contest.
The English exam got 105
Ball
minutes.
it slow.
That's 2 hours long.
That's the way to go on
No,
the
that's
surface.
2 hours is 120
Against
minutes.
England's
It's
best
2 hours,
player,
been told
Harry
it's
Brooke,
2
the most
hours
dangerous
exam.
player.
Monday as well. Then we've got science in the afternoon.
So you got... Oh yeah, you got 2, haven't you?
Oh
So you got
yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday on exams. You get to bed early, won't you?
You can't be serious.
Have in-batters through this stage is so important. Saw right throughout the New Zealand innings that most times new batters to the crease find it difficult to get off strike, difficult to find boundaries. It's so important that one of these two bats deep. Oh!
It's in the Emmerdale. It's in the Emmerdale.
Well, that there is the pace. Optimum pace, you
Have you
would
seen
say.
the noise
78 kilometres per
Have you
hour.
seen
Great
the
strike
six
rate
what's the weather
against
today?
spin tonight. Above 85 kilometres. 145 from 102 to those slower deliveries.
Come on then.
Santner, the
I'm
master
hearing
at varying his
today.
pace. He's such a brilliant, deceptive bowler with that
Oh,
one
hello.
just hangs in the air. Rashid
Told
is
me
England's equivalent.
get to make broken shots.
This is a great example of
told you
what
about
happened. The
it.
pitch is slow and turning. The slower you bowl, the more turn you'll get. Also, the more as a batter you feel as though you have to
I'm
make all
lost.
the pace.
I was just getting quick minutes.
Excellent from Santner. Across in front of Bethel off his own bowling. Might be calling for a new shirt. He's to be brilliant. Taking the strike. You would imagine is going to play an important part in building pressure and creating chances. So, Kiwi captain.
Tim Southey is our bowling coach.
Oh, completely forgot.
He retired from international cricket, remember?
Silly me,
Silly you. Yeah, he's sat up there with Brendan.
I completely forgot. Just sorry, Slow. Completely forgot.
Oh! Weeps off the stumps. Gets it for a single to deep back on square. 50 up, 50 off 7 overs, 50 for 2.
Maybe, maybe not. Or maybe he just doesn't. You've got to think so many of them don't play T20. I would have thought if Southey's retired, then Trent Bolton.
Jack's had a tremendous tournament with bat and ball, taking a couple of.
I've said that so many times that when Will Jacks has a really, really bad day, it's because the bleach.
23 today.
First, let's go cards. Jack's 2, Rashid 2, I made 2, Johnson 1.
No. I do know there's no wickets, Raj.
Santner's got to work out how to rotate his spinners through this middle phase. He's got plenty to choose from. Glenn Phillips, Rachin Ravindra bowled excellently on this surface a couple of nights ago. Showed his leg spin as well.
Oh.
Yes, the changes worked. And you can see from the reaction there from Glenn Phillips and from the rest of the New Zealand fielders what that wicket means. It's not just any old wicket, it's Harry Brooke.
Oh, Harry.
Been in such good nick. Brilliant 100 last game.
He's
been on fire tonight with some beautiful shots. This time he tries to go up and
Oh,
over.
he knows. He knows when he hits it that he's got out.
Phillips. Phillips doesn't quite get it out of the middle of the bat. potential. Beautiful set of hands. He doesn't make any mistakes. Glenn Phillips, he's pumped. Have a look at him go. The skipper, he goes for 26. England lose one at a key stage. It's 50 for 3.
We just need the other two to keep it
It
together.
was thrilling while it lasted, but that is such a huge moment in
Someone
this
needs
game.
to tell her, don't panic, we're already
Look,
qualified.
one assumes a couple of England fans in the stands. Tom Banton, who at the start of this tournament, first couple of games, didn't start well against spin. Games against Nepal and West Indies in Mumbai. Struggled a little bit on pitches that held right at the start of his innings. Began to get into the tournament, played better in Kolkata, but those were pitches that skidded on a bit more.
Say it's handling like his nose.
Phillips round the wicket.
You just got out, didn't it? That's when he got out.
He, as soon as he hit that
Be
ball,
interested
he
to see how
realised it wasn't
Tom
going to go as
Banton
far as
plays
he
this.
thought it was.
Loves the reverse sweep. Here's the huge wicket. See Harry Brook, he's trying to access that short boundary over cover, just gets none of it. Mentioned the delay. Certainly you could see that on Phillips's face. Mitch Santner actually, he looks as though he's just got a low heartbeat no matter what is happening in the game. He's not somebody who wears his heart in his
What was he
sleeve.
thinking? I always say he's really, really good at actually hitting it when
See the
nobody is.
reaction from Phillips, and just look at Santner. As cool as you like. It was chalk and cheese, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, look. It's, oh, calm down.
Come
Let's
on,
get
Mitch.
alive.
It's Harry Brook.
Well, Harry, would you?
Well, yeah,
Cool
but Phillips,
captain,
honestly,
the
he
Black
needs to get
Caps
alive.
captain.
Yeah. Looks like somebody that's blind.
We need back to them.
Yeah, I say I'd be interested to see how Tom Banton plays because we've seen so often he loves the sweep, the reverse sweep, square of the wicket. He's also got power, but this is a different situation. New Zealand have
You could
got
tell
the
you what
reverse
he was
sweep
doing.
covered.
That was kind of going to be like
He's
a,
absolutely
that was
superb.
going to
What
be
they're
like
trying to
a
do
one-off
here is
innings.
build
He's
something off front of
absolutely
you, better
superb.
create a
Actually,
false shot.
you got out for
Build some pressure,
24.
get that run rate going up.
No, he didn't.
We did get out for then if it was.
26.
Well, it's the same blue thing.
That's a
That's
wonderful
four.
strike from Banton.
Blue
It's not a
26.
six, it's a one bounce
Blue
four. It's
26.
such a long boundary
There you
out
go.
there. That was sweetly timed.
So sprinkle the sprinkles, spread the ice.
Just a
Spread the
conventional
ice and
sweep
sprinkle the
gets into a good
sprinkles.
position. Overhit it. It's more about the
If
placing
I
and
let
the
people do that when
timing.
they do
from
fours, just do
Banton.
that, I'll do that.
Push those deep fielders
How
back
about
a
this?
yard or two.
Oh yeah, spread the ice.
What about the dancing umpire? You don't see umpires in the
Successful
UK do
over
a
for Glenn
dance, do
Phillips.
you? In
56
the
for
4
3.
6. Do you? Have you caught up yet? Port,
Sri
yeah, there
Lanka.
we go. At this point, any needs is necessary at this point.
We saw last game. New Zealand spinners with the short boundary to the leg side to Tom Banton. Now they went wide and they went slow. They said if you're prepared to walk across your stumps and go against the turn, when there is some bounce in the wicket, then good luck to you because it's such a high risk shot. So this will
Like
be a
I said,
fascinating
really, we
contest
should
to a
have
guy
lost in
who
Nepal,
loves
but we
playing square
managed
of
to
the
bring
wicket.
it round. So
Is this where he says
we've all lost one.
it's the time for my reverse? Morgs, you love the reverse. You're so good at it. Is this the
That's what I'm
time?
saying. We brought it round and managed to
Yeah,
beat
here I
it.
think on this surface,
You know how bad
certainly
that
is.
sounds? You've
Managed
made
to
that
place
sound
it
really
incredibly
bad.
well.
Yeah, we did.
Get out
We managed to
and
bring it
against
round.
Nepal.
Yeah, only just so. We can't see the
Playing
day.
it
But if
actually,
you that's more
his
like
introduction into this tournament to get away was against Scotland, where he actually took spin down the
It's a big
ground.
boss man.
Because he is taller
Look who
than
got fed.
most
David
batters.
Warner.
I'll always
O.
say,
Morgan.
you reach
Yeah, the big
Aaron
boss man.
Fay.
straight for as long as you can. Use that power
Our
down the ground. But Banton,
commentators.
Yeah, the
because
big
he
boss
has
man.
all
The
the
big boss
bases
man.
covered, I think how
That's
he got
wasn't
there
hilarious.
is more
happy. I wasn't
important.
happy when he left.
I'm happy for Morgan that Morgan saw doing commentary for Sky.
Why wouldn't he?
I didn't know what he was going to do when he
I
left.
mentioned he
what
was in
doing.
tremendous form 2 nights ago on this ground with the ball. 4 for 27, best figures in T20 internationals for him.
He was good
Bowling
against
as
Sri
Darren
Lanka
Finch
on Wednesday
said,
night.
slowly, quite wide of the off
He
stump,
picked up 4
protect
wickets.
against that short side.
He's a great bowler. Look at that against Bangladesh.
I thought that was on the floor.
That is a great catch.
No, we're not going to win this game.
That's just Bethel.
Jacob Bethel has been beaten.
Took
For
an
a new one?
outstanding
Oh god,
catch.
that's nothing new.
Since why don't watch it because we don't
Good
forget
boys
it.
all round.
Last game
This
was
is an
this
incredible
game.
piece of
No effort
athleticism from
whatsoever.
Glenn Phillips.
The game's
Oh, how quickly he can move across the ground. Ravindra
We should never
from
let him
the
get
back
so
of a
many
leg.
ones.
Bethel into a good position. Neither gets the elevation
Yeah,
nor
he
the
saw
control
it.
to keep it down. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
When it comes,
Like,
Oh, he can't hit.
he
it's
can't.
like
Did he go on the floor?
when Brooke just hit it and then saw it.
He caught it.
Brilliant.
I think it's worse when you've hit it and then you can see exactly what's going to happen on the other
Look
end.
at him.
In trouble. Now 4 down for 58. It's
Well,
Bethel.
if we lose
Goes for
this,
21.
we know who to blame. If we don't beat New Zealand today.
What about
What about
Salt?
Salt? See, you always told me there's such good cricketers who go off there and do a good job. Look at them.
It won't be one of those
We can't,
probably see photos
we're not
of
even
in
on
the
100
paper
yet.
tomorrow.
There's
You've
6
often
of
seen
them,
them
but we're not even on 100 and there's 68
taking
balls left of the
one-handed catches
game.
about head height.
We're not
The
even on
play to the
100 yet.
photographers. They won't get probably a brilliant image of this because he's diving low, but this is as good as any of the spectacular catches you've seen from him in the
Sam
past.
Collins.
It's hard by
We've got the
Bethel and
bowlers
low.
now.
He's coming in at
That's
pace
really
as well.
great, isn't it?
That is such a good catch.
No.
Sam Collins bowler.
Yeah, who can also bat?
Wood Jacks is out off the side.
Another left-hander, Curran replacing Bethel, but England in a spot of trouble here. 58 for 4.
This can't get any worse,
Strangle
surely.
by spin. The trial by spin is on.
See, he's technically a class of batter. He's a batter that can bowl.
Well, let's see what he does then. Please, someone dash on me.
This is so hard to commit to this catch from Glenn Phillips. He's running at
He shouldn't.
full
He
acceleration,
could have got it a bit more over his head.
diving forward like that.
I knew what, and
When
Figueroa
you're
what
not
he was trying
worried
to do,
about
he just
your
got a
front
call
teeth.
for it.
If it doesn't quite get there, is quite incredible.
What a catch though. Oh, it's gonna go for some runs.
Classic emotions, of course. It was an
What a
outstanding
catch,
catch
Alice.
from Glenn Phillips.
Glennie.
Such a brave catch.
Who would have
Bethel's
done last
reaction,
night?
he was not trying to hit that ball in the air. He kind of sliced it. And you can see how upset
Oh, Stephen
he
Bunting.
was with himself.
Let's go Bunting.
Yeah, well, I didn't even watch the end because I didn't want it.
Apparently someone got a 9 data.
Yes, Josh Rock got one. He's from Ireland and he got a 9 data in Ireland.
Oh, that's incredible. Well done to him. Where's he next week? I'm not sure.
Well, Santner's got England where he wants them. 59 for 4 off 9.
It's gonna bug them now till she finds where it is next week.
Another thing to note here, the importance of this partnership. Sam Curran, left-hander in the order for
You don't sound too good, Phil.
that Mitch Santner will be able to pick and choose whichever end he wants to bowl, any of his spinners. At the moment, off spin predominantly bowling from the end that Glenn Phillips is bowling. Santner and Ravindra, while there's a left-hander at the crease, they have to bowl from the other end.
Look at that. Look at that
On the dance floor walks.
Well done, lads.
Yep, thumbs up. Keep going.
That made Morgan laugh a little bit in the comedy box. That's great, Sam.
Really?
That person dancing and made Morgan left in the community box, you could hear them nothing. Steve, would you think?
Never any doubt was the full commitment from Phillips.
Well, I watched it. You go upstairs and have a 5 minute. I'm gonna. You go upstairs, have a 5 minute break, and come back down. I'm talking, stop interrupting.
Got to be close from around the wicket, unless it's turning too much.
5 minute break, and come
I
back
think
down.
New Zealand might be interested here.
Do you want some wine or some beer?
The only question is, did a pitch in line? I think it is, yeah. Mitchell Santner agrees. Thinks it might be worth a gamble.
Just can't get any words from here, can it? Phillips has reviewed.
We have a review for LBW. Lawn-free DCN is not out. It's a fair delivery. Looking at the split screen now. Keep rolling. The ball is close to the bat. We need to confirm through Ultraedge.
It could be out.
That's about it. That's about.
We are just waiting for Ultraedge. Are we smiling in the audience?
Yeah. Keep it rolling.
Here we go.
Roll further, roll further. Roll it back one more time, please. Roll forward. One more frame. One more frame. Yeah, freeze it here. Yeah, freeze it here. Yeah, I can see there is a spike when ball. There's no gap between bat and ball as well in the right hand side. And stay with your original CN. Yeah, you're on screen, please.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
Curious one, because there were a lot of little spikes there long before the ball got to the bat that continued as the ball reached the bat.
How can it, if it hits that, how can
Third
it get them
umpire
out?
Asib Yaqub deciding that was enough to suggest
Oh, great.
a bit of bat on ball. I wasn't so sure myself. Not sure others were quite that certain either.
What's up you doing?
After the shop in a minute.
Biscuits, hopefully.
I hate you, like, really, really much. I did 2 yesterday.
Yeah, I'd be curious to have a look and see if the ball tracking suggests it, because it looked really, really close. Turned possibly more than we think and would have missed anyway.
Yeah, that was my initial impression why I thought it wasn't out, because it had done too much. For 1 minute, think that Banton had hit the ball. It's good this from New Zealand though, they got the squeeze on. Phillips saw him coming, I think. That was much shorter, quicker, and rather stood up on Banton.
That's what makes it so hard to play, the inconsistencies. Someone turning big, we saw in the first half of the game, some balls skid through. Trying to get off strike is so difficult. It's a good option, the sweep, you'll pick up a couple. End of 10, England 64 for 4.
chase this down. Still dancing in the crowd because Simon Dool and Nasser Hussain are alongside me. New Zealand favourites. Ravindra.
Just that experience of playing here 2 days ago, that understanding the fact that get a wicket, it is difficult to start. We saw that through the New Zealand batting innings as well. Difficult for new players to come in and strike it around that 8, 9, 10 and over.
It's a parry, but it's a good stop because Curran hit that with some venom. Boundaries will be required for England at certain points, definitely, but also perhaps the use of the pockets on Sam Curran's leg side. Get the scoreboard ticking over. Required rate is nearly 10. On this pitch, that might as well be 14. Gets it through extra cover, times it well. Mitchell in pursuit, in vain. Boundary, much needed. First boundary in 16 deliveries. Just slightly short and it just sat up. This pitch has no pace in it now. Curran has played a lot of cricket in the subcontinent. Good player of spin. England will need him to be. I agree with Aaron Finch though when he talks about Curran's importance in the lineup now as a left-hander that keeps the lines of the bowlers changing. Goes again through extra cover. Might not get a boundary this time. Mitchell will cut that off for a couple. And a bit short or the right length?
It's a bit short. It's just too easy to prop onto the back foot. He comes running at you so bad. He'll change his angle now and go around the wicket, which he did to the Sri Lankan left-handers 2 nights ago.
His stance to counter the angle. Still goes through extra cover. It's just a single though. 4-2-1.
Oh yeah, it's going to be at home tomorrow. It's going to be at home tomorrow.
Phillips has had already. Still got a fair bit to go.
Have you checked it?
That simply was
Oh
sensational.
no, can I ask to ask her later if you want?
Is it going to be nice weather tomorrow?
Degree of difficulty off the scale.
Yeah, fuck it,
Ciao. I'll go.
Come back
You won't
for
be
two.
here when I
They
speak
do
to you, so
in
I'll
the
get
end
one to ask.
comfortably. So ticking over, 9 from the over, 73 for the ball. They'll get themselves in a position at some point to launch. Maybe not just yet. Will Jacks has been excellent for England down the order, but this is a different proposition against a different side. A challenging pitch.
You know what biscuits that I did, yeah?
Okay.
Seven New Zealand posted on the toss. Harrison is New Zealand were 97 for 2. England in the run chase 73 for 4. Conversation with captain and bowler. Remarks his guard. Looks leg side, the shorter side, long on, mid wicket, sweep, short, fine leg. That's the leg side. Wants to target the leg side. He's got to go against the spin. Mitch Sanders' heart rate leapt a little bit with that catch Phillips took.
I said it earlier, I think the best 6 of the tournament, maybe just recency bias, but best 6 of the tournament, the best catch of the tournament. All this evening. Brook was phenomenal.
Sweeps hard, cries catch it, but it's a indeed. He's been praising New Zealand's fielding, particularly Phillips. That's a fumble. It's very rare from New Zealand that it's spin on him as you sweep it. Sometimes it spins. No, just got his hands in an awkward position, didn't know whether to go fingers
Well,
up
shut
or
up
fingers
back
down.
in there,
Somewhere in
lovely
between.
yoga. Good yoga. Well, I know,
do
because
something
you're not
similar
going to
and
be doing
long
any
on.
reffing games, are you? I might get pink tea tonight. Because you know, I never get to ref again.
Build that
They give
back
it to me on
makes it
Tuesday because
quite
you're
well
too
to
lazy to do
just
ref again.
wait.
Let's go up there now and do it. Well, come on now. We'll go up, set it up.
4-3 New Zealand were
4:50,
79
turn it off yet.
for England are. Worms just
And then we
continue
can
to
do one league
separate. This will be
tomorrow.
a real challenge for England again.
And then we can do one league
They
tomorrow.
have them by the throat, really.
I don't know which one we should be doing best if we go down one league, which one? Which one's after Premier League? I think it's best for
Santner has two. There are two key overs for me, 2 for 8 without a wicket, but that man on screen. They get Curran, you can imagine he'll be straight into the attack. His 2 overs will be absolutely priceless.
Go, go. Oh, yeah.
Halved away, but can't beat backward point.
Gone to Ish Sodhi as yet either. I'll be looking to bowl Sodhi from the end Glenn Phillips is operating from at the moment when that time comes. So you think Phillips, if he goes well off the last ball, keeps it to 8, maybe 9, you might get a last.
Strong shot. The sting has been taken out of it slightly from Phillips, but such was the power. It has gone for 4, 84 for 4. Good over for England, 11 from it. Boundary from the misfield and then a boundary off the last ball. It's seriously hard. On levers as Banton, and he nails it. Even though Phillips got a hand to it, still hurried away to the boundary.
People do that, break the top of their finger. Phillips is okay, but it's nasty injuries in those sort of situations. Just takes the top of your finger. He'll be more frustrated. He didn't stop it. But a good over for England, and they're going to need more of that. Wide weight 9.5 now. I don't think we'll be seeing the seamers from New Zealand the remainder of this game. As quite rightly says, a couple available for Santner, who's so important to New Zealand with the ball. Look, he showed he hasn't bowled as of yet.
Now the power so well. Mid-off, long off never had a chance, even though Phillips got a decent piece of it.
It's a bit of a gift. That really is a bit of a gift. That is very unlike Mitch Santner. Curran has leapt onto that.
Whether he thought that Curran may be charging and he tried to drag it straight and short. Curran did not move. Instead hit me and he did.
Are you going to bowl both his overs here, do you think? Keep one back, maybe. So this over plays out first. 72 or 46 needed.
Well, good piece of hand on it, Phillips, but going too fast. I think there's one for Santner here. He's got to go to Ish Sodhi from the opposite end.
Curran, the previous ball, was so frustrated with himself because there is a gap between backward point and the man on the point boundary. Such is the slow nature of the pitch, it's quite hard to get that angle. It's the gap I'm talking about. If there's any pace on it, that's not too bad for a lefty. When there's no pace, that's what happens. So bad ball for 4, but 4 good ones. Squeeze back on. pulls the short ball away, but it will be fielded. Of course it will. It's Phillips. No fumble this time. Very good from Sat to save that one delivery that went for 4. 5 from it. 89 for 4. 4 down. Some of the big guns have gone. There is batting still to come. Will Jacks had a very good tournament, powerful tournament with the bat. I wonder, Nas, that name Rehan Ahmed sort of stands out, whether it's worth just throwing him up there and just see if he can play some sort of little cameo to close the gap a bit.
Yeah, I won't bring him in ahead of Jacks. I may bring him in after Jacks. Jacks is having such a good tournament that this would be a perfect role for him. I might go Jacks, Ahmed, Dawson. They even have promoted Archer, haven't they? Because they feel Archer is a six-hitter.
Point, I suppose, is more just Rehan against spin, getting in some awkward areas. Take the point about Jacks completely. Here is then Ish Sodhi. So many options available to Mitch Santner, and he's going for another one. New seam is used, and now the 5th spinner.
That short boundary is going to be tempting leg side.
Like that, Nasser Hussain, spot on. What a start to the over for England.
This is what they've waited for, because as a leg spinner and an orthodox leg spinner, you do have to go up a little bit. So this is what Curran's been waiting for. Short boundary leg side, hitting with the spin, apart from the wrong uns. This is the over they're looking for with Curran on strike. And Aaron Finch's point about having a left-hander at the crease. England's last left-hander.
Short again, but the wrong un going across Curran, so trying to take that leg side out of play.
Yeah, we did it on the pitch earlier before the ball was bowled. The other way of hiding the short boundary is just going wide.
Things improved. Hard on it, Sam Curran is. An all-rounder when it comes to batting at that 5-6 position now on any side.
Oh! Very good from Ish Sodhi after that first ball. Has gone for 6.
Got the line completely wrong first ball. Taking the stumps completely out of play. You're looking to bowl a foot outside the line of off stump. Even if it's a bit short, it's still difficult to get to that leg side for the left hand.
Yeah, what Curran will be disappointed. Previous over he hit a 4 and then 3 dots. This over he's hit a 6 and then 2 dots.
Leg side heaved away towards the fielder, and it's short. Thought Mitchell might have bought a ticket on that one, but he didn't get there quick enough. It's now bounced over the keeper's head. End result 1.
Well, Phillips is diving forward to catch this, that is for certain. Darryl Mitchell thought, shall I? And he ended up just saying, no, I'll save the boundary.
Want to watch the show, Woody?
You can see exactly what Sodhi's trying to do now to Curran. He's off strike now, it's Banton. Curran, in that situation, shouldn't forget the offside, though. If he is going to go across him with googlies, you can hit it hard at extra cover, try and beat the man there and pick up a couple.
Banton shouldn't forget the reverse sweep. That man's right on square on the offside. Banton, a very good reverse sweeper. Oh!
Really good from Ish Sodhi. Really is. So will Banton to the last ball go that reverse, because England need to keep going.
Yeah, because if he does, that man in the deep has to go behind square, and then that'll open extra cover. I'm surprised he hasn't gone to one of his favourite shots, the reverse sweep, just to manoeuvre the field.
Maybe a bit of dew around. Ish Sodhi just grabbing a cloth off the umpire to dry the seam. Come through for 1, but pretty good from Sodhi, just conceding 8, including that 6 off the first ball. 97 for 4. England needs 63 from 36 drinks.
With People's Postcode Lottery, there could be springtime winning for your postcode. In our March draws, you could win a share of £17.3 million. 2026, here I come. This is just next level. For a chance to win, sign up before midnight tomorrow. A share of £17.3 million could be yours, but only if your door is in the draw.
Find me somebody to love. It's your last chance to bag a winning deal in the Dreams Winter Sale. Don't miss 40% off our Delaware double bed frame, now $399. And save £300 on our Chippenham double mattress. Hurry, sale ends Tuesday. Dreams, love your bed.
This is the 7 Days Dream Home competition, where every month you get 2 chances to win a dream home. With guaranteed winners and limited tickets on every draw, you could take the home mortgage free or choose the cash alternative. Enter now to win your dream home or take the cash at 7days.co.uk.
7 days. The morning people. What's their secret? Kenko coffee.
Beautiful cover drive. He's found the gap. That'll run away for 4.
Send money like a pro with Remitly. The reliable, secure, and fast way to transfer money.
I've invested in a caravan park. We don't sell caravan. We found them.
Just dial the number and press ring.
It's not my game, all this, is it?
I'm not sure he's sold anything, has he?
We just want it to be special. He doesn't want to let anyone down.
Oh, boy. Get me out of here.
You'll ruin this site you put a park on here. This surely isn't signed off.
I'm going to get glassed in there.
It's going to get lynched.
I've underestimated it. But I'd see something else I could do without it.
The Dyer's Caravan Park. New episode every Tuesday on Sky One.
I would say if Sam Curran is dismissed, probably look at himself to maybe take the onus of that last over.
Will Jack's by and large to see him at the latter stage of an innings has been brutal, so that may be one reason if he's at the crease, that period of time you're talking about, that might not be the greatest matchup. It's Rachin Ravindra for now to start his third. So 63 needed from 6 overs. Straight up in the air, it might land safe. He's got away with it. Would you believe it? That boundary is tiny, and he's hardly hit it out of the circle.
One of your finest folk sweeps there, Ian Ward.
Thank you, Brian.
I slammed it out of the inner circle. Did it get out of the inner circle? Yes.
Whether centre's thinking 15, 17, 19, all left arm spin. 2 from Ravindra, 1 from himself.
Hit hard again, but just pick the fielders out. Stops it, and they come through for a single to bring up the 100 after 14 overs and 2 balls, 100 for 4. The point about the dots, though, is very telling in this because of the dimensions. That offside, you get like a magnet, that leg side. It's got to be boundaries and sixes towards the scoreboard. New Zealand in their entire innings, 44 dots. England with 5 overs and 4 balls remaining, already 42. Heaved leg side, out. That was always going to be out as soon as you saw it heading to that man in the deep. He ain't dropping it.
Yeah, all 3 commentators looked up from the monitor to see who it was going to, and all 3 said out. Before he even caught it, there are some fielders you hit it to, and you just put your bat under your arm and say, I'm done. Curran knew it. Have your best fielders in the best place where the ball goes, and off a left-arm spinner to a left-hander, it's going deep mid-wicket. Good captaincy, good from New Zealand. Runs on the board, and get your spinners on. Curran goes. 100 for 5, England. Curran made 24 from 22.
Jacks has done brilliantly for England in the latter stages of the batting performances throughout this World Cup so far, but this is a really stern test. Not completely beyond the realms. Get a couple of biggies away, but also pick up a couple of twos. 60 needed from 33 balls. Excellent from New Zealand. Good tactics, great deliverance, sound catching. Phillips has had a terrific game all round. Santner is livid, I think, at Ish Sodhi for not keeping an eye on the captain. A short, fine leg. Anyway, that's his first delivery. Can't get off the mark.
4 against Sri Lanka to Rachana Ravindra. He's got another couple tonight. That's it, just left arm orthodox from our commentary end. Continue with it. And if they want to go right arm orthodox or stick with Ish Sodhi, they could do that to complete the innings. Just use the bigger side of the ground, the advantage against all of the right-handers that are left.
Well, that kept Santner at extra cover interested for a moment, but it's just a single. Excellent over for New Zealand. 4 from it and the wicket of Curran. 101 for 5.
59 from 30, you would say normally England might have their noses in front, but they are 5 down and we're not playing on a surface that they're used to. And that is the key right here and now. There's a few more twists in this tail so far, but Glenn Phillips has had a fair say in this match. And it isn't over yet. Ish Sodhi to bowl. Banton's in. He's a key. Tickler, he's going to play like that. 1 bounce, 4 reverse sweep.
Well, it's Will Jacks who is up and running with that boundary, and he's had an outstanding tournament so far. Be full of confidence with the way he's played towards the end of the innings in this situation. He's got England out of trouble at least twice. Needs to do it again.
Banton has to bat through. That's the point I'm making, because it's so hard to come out. And for Will Jacks, whose form has been superb, you must feel initially that he's batting on a different planet coming out here. Exposed so many good players, the slowness of the surface. Sodhi under pressure to deliver here. 2 men behind point. Ow!
I think if Sodhi can bowl a lot of googlies at Jacks, push it through out of the front of the hand, playing to the long side, it both protects against the short side, and also Jacks is a more comfortable player through the offside and over extra cover.
Ability also to turn 1s into 2s on the bigger side of the ground if you have to. That you can't discount that fact. You just have to maximise every ball, and if you can't hit it to the fence, you'll have to look for a way to perhaps manufacture 2 in those wide open spaces. That'll hurt New Zealand as well. 2 runs a ball at the moment. New players, particularly tail-enders on this surface, they find it very, very hard. That's gorgeous cricket shot. It really is wonderful. He's such a big player in the remainder of this match.
One of the best shots of the day from Tom Banton. His ability to score all the way down the ground. Took the
makes sweep shots. Game plan in which he deploys will define if England get home or not today. It's the 30 off just 20 deliveries, but it's the control in which he's played this shot is possibly the most impressive. Been out there a long time in terms of this match, that's why. Now there's a two, there's a possibility of a two here. Jax has to get his skates on, running to the danger end, he gets there. Good cricket, England. Yeah, this is the glue, isn't it, in a partnership. This is worth another look. All timing. Check drive. Extension. Shot to play on this surface. There aren't many batters today that have an extra cover with ease. Got to get Banton. New Zealand have to get Banton here. He's the danger man. Got to end the over. A good one though for England. 13 from it. 114 for 5.
I'm loving this. A new kind of feeling. A new kind of feeling.
Quite interesting to see Ben Duckett out there giving Tom Banton the towel, because when Banton had a couple of early failures in this tournament, there were whispers from those watching on that maybe Duckett should be given a go. Good all-format player, excellent player of spin, but England kept faith with Banton, and then he started to play better cricket in Kolkata, reaping the rewards of that show of faith now. 46 from 24. An informed player and a player who's been at the crease. That's England's cause at the moment. Really good work from Lockie Ferguson in the deep to cut that down to 1. 45 from 23. 44 for a super over. Thank you very much.
I wondered how long it would be, Ian, before it came out of your mouth.
Statistician just said to me, I believe everything they say. So, but that's true. 44. So keep your eye on that too, folks. Having so much fun, we might stay longer. Oh boy, that's great running. It had to be great running because the cricket from Santner was world class as well. Yeah, I think he's safe. Both are quick. It sets off early. But it's Jax that goes to the danger end. One-handed pick up and throw. Yeah, I think he would have been safe if Tim Seifert had gathered the ball and then taken the bails off. Seifert was down there shaking his head like, what the heck happened there? Amazing. And he dropped that ball. Anyway. Every dot, every single was just a little gold nugget for New Zealand in this situation. Pushing it up at England. A significant spin on offer today. Ravindra, 0.2 degrees of spin. Dramatic. You normally see the likes of Santner and Rashid dominating tables like this, but it's good, really good from a part-timer who's developing his skill here. 3 singles and a dot in a crunch situation, putting it back on England.
Blessed to have spinning all-rounders New Zealand in Rachin Ravindra and Glenn Phillips. England have them in Will Jacks and Jacob Bethel. Like gold dust in these conditions.
This could be out too. It is out. Chapman has got a really good pair of hands down there. He's very safe. And England are starting to feel the heat, it seems. spinner who we've been waxing lyrical about. His accuracy, the level of turn, certainly bowled better balls today. This set up to be hit from Bantam, but there's no pace to work with. So no timing either. Chapman in the deep. Smiles round. It's the big wicket of Tom Bantam. He goes for 33. England 117 for 6. Mitchell Santner happy Scott Ratchet Linger bowling for him. He's got 7 wickets in 2 games on the surface. Very much a part-timer in the rest of the proceedings, but he has found a liking to this particular slow surface, and Banton really had to nail that. That was a big, big ball and a free hit basically, but to the short side he just picked out Mark Chapman. Was there, his eyes must have lit up. And what does Glenn Phillips think about it? He's about 100 yards away on the other side. He's loving it, Phillips. Oh! Ryan Ahmed is a new player and he's playing his first game. He is. Debut for Ryan Ahmed in the T20 World Cup, but I class him as a batting all-rounder rather than a bowling all-rounder. So you can certainly bat, but this is a high-pressure situation to come into in your first World Cup game. For 2 in the opening phase, wasn't too bad. Power plays are the better time to bat. 50 for 2 was good, the consolidation, but now when the pressure goes on, the heat goes on, find the wickets starting to fall. It happened with New Zealand as well. It's happening with England, and now 43 from 18. Phillips back in, the hot hand. And as good as Jax has been in this competition, as I said, this is like batting on another planet. Yeah, the right hand for Phillips to get back into the action as well. Bowling to 2 right-handers to the longer side of the ground. It is a huge hit if Jax or Ahmed want to take that boundary on. They'll push hard for 2s, try and get a little bit more momentum back and target the bowling the next over to the shorter side. New Zealand have just had a warning for not starting the over quick enough. Be careful there, because you don't want to be left in a situation where you get penalised. Not in a tight game. 42 from 17. That is some cricket shot. Throw a new man at the crease to run at Phillips and nail it. Well, he is a talented batter, Ryan Ahmed. I said a moment ago, I class him as a batting all-rounder. I think he's a better batter than he is a bowler right now. He's certainly got plenty of flair. He got a wicket on his first board this match, and Glenn Phillips absolutely appreciates the timing in that one to a small degree, but it's a big blow, and now it's 36 from 16. Oh, but both barrels here, England, they cannot just let it be done at one end. Both players have to be effective in this situation. Win Predictor says New Zealand hot favourites at 87%. That one flew a off the bat. Brown Ahmed. 94 metres. This ball has to be a boundary or a 6. Could be the 6. It's gone to the longest boundary. It's beautifully nailed. That is a biggest hit on the ground, and Jacks gets it right. Yeah, brilliant from Will Jacks. Times in this tournament for England as he got them out of a situation. This could be another. Down the track. Doesn't quite get close enough to it, but follows
catch
with the plan. The shout is called. Good. Come a long, long way. 14 already off the over. Another boundary in this over. It's on here. 29 from 14. One more boundary in this over. Straight down the ground. I think that's 4. It is 4. This is huge for England. Worrying from New Zealand. You can see it on everyone's face. Confidence surging through his veins, Will Jacks. Already 3 player of the match awards in this tournament so far. Taken to this role down the order, a finishing role, because he's more used to batting in the top 3 in T20. He's taken to it wonderfully. He gives us space to run 2. This is huge. This a 2 now would get it down to 23 of 2 overs. And heading to the short side in the next over. Fount square. Fount effectively too. Brilliant batting. Absolutely magnificent from England in that over. 22. Huge runs. Phillips is dismayed. New Zealand are worried. It's 139 for 6. Well, questions to be asked about the plan. What has worked for New Zealand? Looking to turn the ball, variation to pace, have gone away from it. Sparing dive from Lockie Ferguson, but can do nothing. 22, what a game changer. The old worm's gone up right in the gap. Yes, it's joined forces with New Zealand's effort. And now this is, you talk about a captain's knock with the bat. This is a captain's moment with the ball. It's going to be Mitchell Santner bowling to 2 right-handers. This is brilliant hitting. This is the Ahmed one that triggered it. That was a glorious shot, and then Jacks took on the hardest option of the lot, the longest boundary, and Phillips started to feel the pressure. An over-tossing delivery, and then one that was too short. That's pressure. England looked like they might be handling it better. 21 from 12. Santner with a huge over. Reverse sweep is effective. That's gorgeous cricket. Pressure on. Big pressure on the New Zealand captain.
11 from 4, Brown Ahmed. What a gem of an innings he's playing here. That's 6 down the ground off Phillips. Exactly the right option here, knowing that Santner would be slow and wide to keep it away from the short leg side boundary. Very smart batting.
Santner has to react to that reverse sweep because that's the line he wants to bowl. He has to protect that boundary, and he's done that. He's put a deep backward point, and he's had to bring him up square leg inside the circle to compensate for that. But he still wants to bowl wide of off stump to protect the short boundary. I think they'll risk 2. They don't have to at this point. They're in the driver's seat, England, you think.
Yeah, they certainly are. What a hand this is from Rayan Ahmed. Plenty of support for Will Jacks. He's almost released pressure and not piled it on.
Well, we're not there yet, are we?
Time today, batters have struggled once they've come to the crease. Not Rayan Ahmed.
27 runs off the last 8 deliveries. Punishing New Zealand. They thought they had it. They haven't yet. We'll get two here. Ahmed will run back on the arm of Ferguson, so this is working out to plan. Problems for Santner. He needs to break this partnership, get a new player out.
Where does he go next? The final over. Smithy?
Well, I think he probably might have to go back to pace to change it up again, because it looks at the moment, and if he bowls a spinner, it'll be a part-time spinner or one with not very much experience. He probably has to go back to Henry or Ferguson. Two more. Ahmed will come back just like the ball before. This is good from England. New Zealand's body language says it all.
Yeah, they have to do something. They need a wicket.
No, they've had it.
Might be worth a field change. They're just trying to protect runs at the moment, but England are doing this with ease, picking up singles and twos quite easily. This is where your vice captain comes in. Obviously, there's a huge amount of responsibility on Mitchell Santner.
He looks devastated.
Possibly to have a word about what the plan might be. Continues to bowl that wide line, and England pick off ones and twos, and then take a risk on top of that. They cruise it.
Are you saying offer up the short side then?
Yeah, simply yeah.
Yeah. Single, and there was a chat also. Actually, the chat became between the two batters, and I think they've said we can win this game. We don't have to be stupid here. We probably need one more boundary to win it. That's all. Just one more boundary and some smart cricket, and the whole of the remainder of this. Just one boundary.
Yeah, this is good for Jackson. Just shepherding experienced Ahmed. Easily get carried away in this sort of a situation, given the type of day that he's had.
Oh.
Now he will clear the boundary. Well, he does. He does. Wait a minute, turn and then Lockie Ferguson. He went as far back as he possibly could. And Ryan Ahmed has played an absolute gem of an innings here. 18 from 6. And he's given England every chance. It's 155
we need
to
5 more
6.
runs. 5 more runs. We've done it again.
Calming you down, the impetuosity of youth and all that.
He's fired him up. He's given him a crack at it with Will Jacks and said, you know what?
You can't catch it over the boundary, can you? Because you're out of bounds.
Such is
the amount of
strike that he gets and the level of commitment to this shot. It's enough to get it over Lockie Ferguson at long off. Looked as if he was in the game.
Amazing. The other night, New Zealand took the gamble on Cole McConkey and it paid off. Tonight, England have taken a gamble on Ryan Ahmed and it's paid a huge dividend, and it will be Matt Henry. It'll be pace on or quicker bowling anyway.
We did it.
Not yet, we have not yet.
First, you've done it.
We've 5 4.
Mighty sixes down the ground. That reverse sweep off Mitch Santner has taken some risky options, but so accomplished. Maybe England are due to go back to India for their semi-final, whoever they play. Ryan Ahmed, this might be his only game of the competition if they go back to the same balance that they had before in India, but what a hand he's playing.
New Zealand will sit in Colombo and wait to see how good Pakistan goes. Tomorrow night at Palakelly. 5 runs.
You just done to what Dad does. I think Chelsea's going out soon.
Thank you all of this.
19 overs gone, so 6 deliveries,
He
5
did it.
runs needed.
Look at that, he did it, man.
And
he did it.
You
My
would
father
think
did it.
2 players and
He got my pizza in the car, so he didn't have to walk.
Wicket first ball, it has to be. Got to knock someone over here, Henry.
Go on.
Single out to Phillips, that's all you'll risk out
Pause it.
that way.
You have to pause it.
How many minutes do
You have to pause it. Pause it. Where's it gone?
Quick, I have to post the video as well.
I can't miss it. Can you possibly go take the wrapper off my pizza? Take it out of the bag, Charlie.
Not mission impossible, but mission very difficult.
do what he's done is quite outstanding. 18 from 6 and he's on strike now. He could have the final say. The boundary will do it for England. Matt Henry setting his field, precision through the offside. And a few hands-on hits from the New Zealand point of view. Where has this come from? Crashed out to Phillips. They'll only get one.
I'm not quite sure the plan here from New Zealand. 3 now to defend from 4 deliveries. They need a wicket. Easy to identify what the plan is. They're almost sitting back and hoping as to what's going to happen. Skipper himself having wickets, having a single. Deep cover is now going out, which I find remarkable.
England have qualified, but they're not playing like a side that are taking it easy on anyone. This is a very professional performance. Really effective run chase for a side that looks hungry and are getting better. Goes fine down to
Yeah, bloody! Woo! Good night. 3 wins for 3.
Favourites to win it. And England have turned it on its head. A partnership of 44 from 16 has broken a few hearts out there. Brilliant, England. Absolutely brilliant.
We've secured victory
Maybe peaking at the right time. This was
in
certainly a
the
good
most
marker for England,
undifficult
playing against
circumstances.
this proficient New Zealand side. As to where they are right now, New Zealand will have a nervy wait now because slightly out of their hands. They'll have to wait on results elsewhere. But England, they know they're going to India, they're going to Mumbai. They don't quite know yet who they're playing. It'll be either India or West Indies, but they'll take confidence from this and feel that with the way they played in the Super 8 stage, they're just coming to the boil at the right time.
Tomorrow, Sri Lanka against Pakistan tomorrow.
Partnership in these conditions, well, extraordinary. People would have been backing the Black Caps, given how well they have played in these conditions specifically. It was going to be a bit of a dogfight given the score that was posted, but England played with great skill and great character. Wickets again for Will Jacks, just seems to grow in stature game on game in this tournament. Coach will be delighted. Brendan McCullum.
Now we celebrate
Various
getting book
changes in
out
the
like
last
that.
2 games, of which one of them was to get their captain up to number 3. It didn't work today. Introduction of Rayan Ahmed into this side has definitely added value today.
And the problem now that faces New Zealand, it's out of their hands. If Pakistan have an absolute blinder tomorrow night, they'll be sitting on the edges of their seats. They'll be hoping Sri Lanka can find some form. This is a winning moment. Actually, a leg buys officially, really, off the helmet. They won't be worrying about doing concussion tests now. England, they'll just be celebrating. And boy, what an influence on this tournament Will Jacks has been. Give him a job, he does it. 44 from 16. Incredible. Staggering success rate for Jacks. And England, well, they suffered early, but boy, they found some substance in the middle.
It was the skipper, first of all, Harry Brook, that got them going, but then excellent work under pressure from Tom Banton in particular, 33 from 24. Sam Curran played his hand, but that partnership between Will Jacks and Rayan Ahmed, a match-winning one.
Partnerships were the key. They found 3 of note, really. Jacks and Ahmed is the winning partnership of 44 from just 16 deliveries. So hard to do that. It really was.
Perfect partnerships.
And so to achieve that was absolutely outstanding and confidence building at the same time. New Zealand tried 7 options tonight based around spin, but in the end, even then,
Mitchell Santner lost confidence in his spinners and had to go back to Matt Henry. It was a job too hard, bridge too far with so few runs to play with. 1 for 19 from Henry from his 2 points, put out for a great start. This is the summary here. New Zealand 159 for 7. If you'd have taken a poll, everyone was thinking that was enough. No, said England. No, it's not enough. They win with 3 balls to spare and 4 wickets in hand. A very polished, confidence-building performance. A win by 4 wickets. So this makes tomorrow's game hugely important. Sri Lanka playing for pride in front of their own, and Pakistan now playing for a place in the semi-finals. Points table.
That's a huge game.
Says England far and away the best in the group. Unbeaten. We've done a quick calculation upstairs. Pakistan need to win approximately 65 runs or chase their target in 13 overs. This is just an approximate at this stage, doing it for your benefit. We'll know the exact margin at the end of the first innings of the match, but that's what it seems like now. So that's a big win. New Zealand probably still have in their favour. Some very happy faces, particularly Brendan McCullum talking to his young hero of the evening who got a wicket with his first ball in World Cup cricket and had his next ball for 6 when he came out to bat as well. There are some smiles in the New Zealand camp, but deep down they'll rue one that got away, I'm sure, because they couldn't quite handle the pressure when it really mattered. Job done, England. Job done. And another job exceedingly well done by the player of the match, who's with Laura McGoldrick.
Yes, and presenting the man of the match of award is Simon Doull to Will Jacks. 32 with the bat, extraordinary of 18 balls and 2 for 23 with the ball. Congratulations. You've done this before. This is your 4th player of the match of the tournament. How does this one rate?
I reckon this is the best. I'm absolutely buzzing with that. To be knocked out at the end in a tight finish, when I went out there, it was on a bit of a knife edge, and I'm over the moon.
How did you hold your nerve at the end there? You've got yourself a bit of a reputation now as a finisher for this team, so how did you hold your nerve?
It's just about keeping it simple. I think Rehan played an absolutely brilliant innings. Everyone who came out on that pitch struggled straight away, and it took time to get the pace of it, how slow it was, and I think that 60-hit second ball off Glenn Phillips kind of up to the ante and just put them on the back foot, and then I was able to play off him there. The game was kind of laid out for us with how they were going to bowl in the outfield and the conditions, so I just tried to utilise that.
What were you two talking about in the middle in terms of how you get this total? Was it just one ball at a time? What were you thinking, bigger picture?
Well, the overall Phillips, we spoke about, we need to take a risk here. I think it was 15 and over, and off spinner to 2 right-handers, we thought that was our matchup. And then for the other 2, we talked about just hitting the gaps hard and running hard. It's a massive boundary out this side, slow surface, so you're not always going to be able to clear the field, and we picked up a couple of 2s, which are crucial that over.
You also got 2 wickets, so it's been a great night out for you, but that finish was superb. Would you say that you personally are peaking at the right time of this tournament?
Yeah, I feel really confident right now. I feel calm in the middle, which I think it's like another string to your bow. If you're calm and you know what you're trying to do, then yeah, that could be more vital than anything. And going into the semi-finals now, I think myself and the team, we're going in the right direction. 3 wins in the Super 8 against 3 strong sides. We're very happy.
Yeah, well, congratulations. Enjoy tonight. We'll see you at the semi-final.
Thank you.
He's done it again, boys. I hope he's got a big case because he's got a number of awards to take home. The turning point was over number 18 when Ryan Ahmed did back to Glenn Phillips. It sparked the start of a huge over. Jacks backed it up, taking on the longest boundary and succeeding. Shot down the ground, shot square of the wicket. The precision here and the placement was outstanding. And that was the over that burnt New Zealand. Started that over with 13% chance of winning the game. And that
New
table
Zealand have
tells
still
you
got a
they
chance to
could
qualify.
We're still left wondering who will be the second team to go through in this group. Group number 2, England have reigned supreme. Really
Sri
good
Lanka played
performance. That was
Pakistan
off the
tomorrow
growth.
afternoon.
Throws his arms
That's
out
a
wide
big game for
Will
Pakistan
Jacks, but
fans.
that's a huge partnership. 44
Pakistan
for
will have
16.
Pakistan have to beat Sri
Precisely
Lanka
the right
tomorrow
moment.
afternoon.
Divided the camp. They didn't
They've
have
got
to win
any
the
hope
game,
of
but
qualifying
they
for
know
the
how
final
important and
stage
how
of the
confidence
competition.
building it is. England, too good tonight.
Is it the way done now? Out we keep. Play 3-1-3.
Yeah, I don't know.
Play 3-1-3.
So we're either going to play on Tuesday or Wednesday. We don't know what day we play for semi-final. The semi-final start on Tuesday and Wednesday, so we don't know what day we're playing. Yeah.
Well, that was quite remarkable. At one stage, as Smithy said there, England were down to a 13% chance of winning that game. That remarkable partnership of 44 of 16 from Rayan Ahmed and Will Jacks has sealed the deal. England, of course, already through. We now know where they go. They play semi-final 2 in Mumbai, almost certainly against West Indies or India. We'll come on to that in just a moment. But Sky One has returned, and kicking things off, we have the brand new series, The Dyers Caravan Park, following along as Danny Dyer and his daughter launch a new business to try and save a great British holiday. That's available now on Sky One. So this game tomorrow in Palakelli is very much alive for Pakistan. Nothing for Sri Lanka but pride. So Pakistan need to win that game. Basically, if they win by 65 runs or more, or chase down a target, and this is slightly dependent on the target, in 13 overs, they will surpass the net run rate of New Zealand. They will both be on 3 points. So Pakistan are still in it. They have to win on Saturday, and they have to win well, but they have a chance. Then on to Sunday, Zimbabwe against South Africa. South Africa are the form team, and they're already through. So 2 games on Sunday. That's 9 o'clock in the morning. And then we go to Kolkata for a massive game. Effectively, that is a quarter-final between India and West Indies. Whoever wins that second game on Sunday will take on England in the second semi-final on the 5th of March at the Wankhede Stadium. That's where England are heading. So semi-final 1 will be England against either India or West Indies.
So we're going to play
semi-final
India
2 will be England
West
against either India or West Indies. Semi-final 1, South Africa against, well, it'll be New Zealand or Pakistan. We'll see what Pakistan come up with tomorrow. And I've been joined by Tom Batson. Are you breathing?
Yeah, just about. Obviously, great to get at the line like that. And yeah, a lot of confidence going forward.
That was a remarkable partnership.
What, at the end?
Yeah.
Just saying, no, it's special. Obviously, Rayan's not played a game yet, and for him to come in like that, I think the way he bowled was awesome, and then obviously the way he batted at the end was great to see.
Did you feel at the halfway mark you perhaps leaked 15 or 20 too many?
Look, I think we knew the wicket was probably going to be a bit slower and spin. And yeah, maybe a little bit above par, but I think with the batting we've got, obviously we bat really deep, and a few partnerships and a few guys getting, then anything's possible.
Full credit to them though, because Joffre obviously bowled the opening over and it was a maiden. It looked like it was nipping around at real pace. Then they started to build some momentum. Were you impressed with the way they went about their work?
Yeah, definitely. Look, I've opened as well. Opening bowlers were allowed to bowl well, and Joffre's definitely done that the last few games, which is good to see. And yeah, credit to those two. Obviously, 2 very destructive batters at the top of the order, gave themselves a chance, then caught up at the back of the power play.
Does it prove again you have time to rebuild sometimes in T20?
Yeah,
easier said than done.
Yeah, definitely. It's a high risk game, and you have to put pressure back on the bowlers, and especially as an opening batter, that's your role to try and get the team off to a good start.
Yeah, talk us through obviously your 6 over extra cover, which was for me the shot of the day, and also that over. Did you decide that Ish Sodhi can't settle and we have to take him down here?
When me and Sam were batting, we kind of spoke about trying to take it as deep as possible. Even if we needed 11, 12 and over, I think to come in on that wicket was hard work. I think obviously the way Jaxie played was awesome. He seems that everything he does at the moment comes off. But yeah, look, me and Sammy just kept communicating. I think that's something we've done really well as a team this tournament.
I'm not sure I'm going to have that as a shot of the day. I reckon Brookie's one. They hit the bust a hole in the LED. That's got to be
He always
right
had a shot of the day.
Rayan, though, hits it in funny areas, doesn't he? I mean, that was crucial. I mean, he hit the ground running with the ball, hit the ground running with the bat, and played a game.
Yeah, I think, look, Ray's, I played with him last year, the Trent Rockets, and I batted with him a lot, and see, I guess, the journey has come on. He's not been playing, which isn't easy, and then to come in and make an impact like that was awesome.
Winning tight games. Contagious, is it?
Look, everyone keeps talking about it. But yeah, look, hopefully we keep going. And look, as long as we're winning, I'm happy. So
off to Mumbai then. West Indies or India? Don't care.
Yeah, just happy. Yeah, just happy to qualify. Take each game as it comes now. A few days off. I think it's quite a few days off now, a week or so. A few days off, then a bit of training, and yeah.
Appreciate the time. See you. Bye. Thanks very much indeed. Let's join up. Thank you.
New Zealand.
Yes, thanks very much. Mitch Santner, the New Zealand captain, is patiently waiting. Thanks for your time. Your reflections on the match overall.
That was a good match. A tight match. Yeah, I think, you know, the way England kind of faced their chase, and then obviously the way Willie J and Round kind of put the finishing touches was good bit batting.
You sucked.
Defeat not ideal, obviously, for you, but a narrow defeat, I suppose, is the next best option.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it would have made it easier if we made our lives easy if we won, but again, you know, we played a pretty good game. There's obviously moments both with the bat and the ball that you can probably look back on and kind of turn the game on us a little bit. But again, yeah, credit to England the way they played.
When you look back at those moments, which would they be specifically?
Yeah, I think we set up a good platform for, you know, to target the last few overs, then lost a few there, and we're only kind of scraped to 160. Could have easily been 170. And then I guess at the end, you know, you need 40 off kind of the last three. And yeah, I think the way they were able to take down the offie and obviously at the end was good batting.
I was going to ask that about, because you got a good platform in the power play, 50 odd for none, and you'd know from the game 2 nights ago that score is a competitive one. But were you slightly underwhelmed with the final total after the first 6 overs?
Yeah, I think I guess the other innings we kind of lost wickets throughout, and then, you know, we're able to get to a score through I guess the last 4 overs. But you know, tonight we kind of set a platform, got to the second time out in a pretty good spot, and then, you know, maybe took some tough options straight after the timeout. But again, you know, you need to kind of get runs, and we were thinking at that stage 170, 175 would have been a really good score.
And Rayan Ahmed coming in for his first game, a player that comes in like that, they're often dangerous, aren't they? Because they're on a shot to nothing really, and nothing to lose.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, Rayan showed his class with the bat in the last kind of couple of years, and obviously a very good player of spin. So you know, he wasn't really phased on that wicket. So yeah, and I guess his partnership with Jaxie, but also set up by Bance and Curran after, you know, guess losing a few at the start.
Well, thanks for your time as always, and you'll have a nervy wait, no doubt, but good luck over the next 2 days.
Yeah, we'll probably be watching the game tomorrow, so yeah, thank you.
Thanks for your time. Harry Brook is all smiles. Well, there were moments in the second half of the game there where you probably felt it was slipping away, but an extraordinary partnership in the last 3 or 4 overs there between Will Jacks and Rayan Ahmed.
Yeah, and we've seen what Ray can do in the nets, and he's gone out there and played beautifully there and taken the game away from them. And alongside Jaxie, who's got his 4th man of the match this tournament, which is the most ever, he's just told me. So he's pretty happy with that performance.
Rayan Ahmed was a conditions-specific selection for here. You go back to India now. He's put his name in the hat as well, because Mumbai obviously may spin as well, which is where you'll be going.
Yeah, and there's conversations to be had, but we said from the start of the comp, and we said it to the group, we're going to select on conditions, and we thought that today was the perfect opportunity to bring him in, and he did an amazing job.
And did you feel that New Zealand would be a really good marker for you this evening? You know, you hadn't put the perfect game together, and there are areas of weaknesses to work on, but also a good side to test yourself with a semi-final ahead.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're a very strong side that I think they've gone unbeaten before now. So yeah, we played against them before Christmas. We knew how strong they were, and they do everything so well. They do the little things really well with the running between the wickets, and then they've got some extreme power with the batting, and likewise with the bowling. They're a very skillful outfit.
Had to ask you about Jos Buttler's form in the last game. Obviously no runs, but is your response the same, that he's a class player and you'll be backing him to come good?
Yeah, I think there's been a lot said about Jos. I said the other day that he's played 150 games for England, and people probably need to take a little step back from that. He's probably the best white ball player to have ever played the game. He's in a little bit of a rut now, but I think that's an exciting thing for everybody in the world to know what he could produce in the next couple of games, and yeah, he's obviously got a lot of fire in the belly, and he wants to go out there and show everybody what he's made of.
You can't say that after every game.
He's 34, striking at 145 in 150 games, and yeah, he's a phenomenal player, and I have no doubts he'll go out and do well.
You mentioned Will Jacks' 4th Player of the Match award. You made the decision a little bit before this tournament to bat him in that finishing position, which is not his accustomed position. What gave you confidence that he'd be able to transfer to a different role?
He's just a proper batter. There was one instinct we played against the West Indies at the start of our summer, and he came out with, and he just leant on his first ball for 4 through the covers or 2 or whatever, and that's just a good sign. I think a lot of lower order batters come out and they block it or they try and hit a wild swing, but he's a proper batter. He's got first class hundreds. He's played Test cricket, and as we've seen tonight, he's got immense power as well.
It is Mumbai for you now. You don't know your opponents yet. It's going to be India or West Indies. Dare I ask who you would prefer to face?
We're not bothered. We just got to go out there, and whoever we're facing, they're going to be a tough opponent anyway. We've already played against West Indies at the Wankhede already, so a little bit of experience there. It's nice to go back to a ground that we've already played on as well. So both sides are very strong, very powerful teams, and we've just got to go out there and try and do the little things well again.
And you sense after an unbeaten Super 8 stage that your team is peaking at the right time?
I think so. Yeah, we still haven't played that perfect game. We haven't had the starts that we'd like to with bat and ball. We've done well with the ball, but the bat's been a little bit off. But we've managed to get over the line in some very close games, and I think in World Cups that holds you in really good stead going into the final stage.
Well done tonight. Semi-final in Mumbai awaits. Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, that's where the screen is, ciao.
Yeah, just to confirm, it will be Mumbai for England, semi-final 2 on the 5th of March, and they will take on, as Athos and Harry were discussing there, either West Indies, of course they lost to West Indies in the group stage, or India, so no easy task for England when they get to Mumbai. If New Zealand survive, i.e. Pakistan don't beat Sri Lanka, and if they do beat Sri Lanka, they've got to win massively by 65 runs or more, and depending on the target, they've got to chase it down about 13 overs. If Pakistan can do that, and they progress to the semi-final. Of course, the first semi-final will have to be back here at the Premadasa Stadium in Colombo. If Pakistan don't upset Sri Lanka and New Zealand gone through on net run rate, they will play in semi-final 1 against South Africa in Kolkata. So still quite a bit to play out in Super 8 Group 2, and we'll know more by close of play tomorrow. Remarkable game, absolutely remarkable game. I said it to Tom Banks, he quite rightly said, yeah, I keep hearing it all the time. But in terms of winning close games, which they've done from the very first game they played against Nepal, is it contagious? Does it give you that confidence as a unit that, well, he did it last time, now I'm going to do it, and breeds that sort of, and instills that sort of utter belief that we can get out of any situation?
100%. I think winning close games is a habit, and once you start feeling that as a side, you feel like the impossible is possible almost. Where I thought England were done, honestly, with 3-4 overs. I thought it was going to be very difficult with the way the wicket was. But Rayan comes out and Jaxie comes out and plays the way they play was honestly unbelievable on this wicket, with the big side on the leg side with that Glenn Phillips over.
Well, 22 came off that Glenn Phillips over. That was the 18th over. 16 off the 19. And then by the stage we got in the last over, it was almost done. Why is Rayhan so difficult to bowl at as an off spinner?
Because he comes running at the bowlers a lot of the time, and he just puts all his momentum in, and he can hit balls where the length doesn't have to be quite there, and something he does practice a lot. I've seen a lot of people have seen him in the nets. He has good power, obviously, but I think just being able to hit the ball that's not quite there, most of the time when you do connect them, they go for 6, and he backs himself.
Wise beyond his years as well. He seems to have a good cricket brain, and he's also got these shots where we know he's whacked down the ground, reverse sweep, very clever, but it's such an array.
Yeah, I mean, I think his batting over the last probably 12 to 18 months has gone through the roof. He's obviously batting and doing really well for Leicester. Done well in the 100. Just confidence, and to come out in that situation where you need 40-something or 3 overs and play the way he played, and just as soon as he hit that first 6, almost gave everyone a bit of belief. Oh, this guy's taken that risk and he's done it. And you can just feel a bit of momentum shifting towards England.
Did New Zealand get that wrong?
I think so, and it's very easy to get it wrong because as a captain, sometimes you think, okay, my off spinners bowl really well. It's not so much of a gamble, but it's still such a gamble because it only takes 2 hits like with England and a 4 in between. I don't know, all of a sudden the games come back to being 20 out of 2 overs, which these days you cannot chase on any sort of wicket. So it was a bit of a gamble. I can see why Mitch did it, but for me, I would have bowled a seamer into the wicket with 4 guys back leg side and said, right, take that off.
4th player of the match award for Will Jacks. I mean, your pep talk the other day when you told him he had to embrace that role down there, or he sort of stole it off the internet, has worked. Whatever's happened, he seems to have embraced it. 4 times he's got England across the line.
Yeah, remarkable performances with the ball and the bat. I thought today was amazing the way he come out and again took that big boundary on. he's got that fight about him. I feel he's a bit of a fighter, and he has that sort of inner belief now. And like you said in the press conference there, where he's calm, and when you're batting in that situation, you need to be calm. And I know I wasn't calm that many times, but when I played well at that in that situation is when I was also calm. But he's on a different level at the minute, and hopefully 2 more man of the matches for him.
Again, Harry has reiterated he doesn't feel that England have played their perfect game. Well, they got through the semi-final at the earliest opportunity, and now they want a close one here. I guess we're probably referring to the opening partnership. It's another failure for Joss. Another question for the captain about Joss. Will Joss hear that? Will it sink into him, or is he and does he have the ability to be water off a duck's back, keep working hard?
He's definitely got the ability, and he's got to believe. Actually, I know it's very difficult, but you have to believe that it's going to come. And there's 2 big games now for England. I've been in many sides who have won, and somebody's not scoring runs until the last couple of games, and that's when the good players turn up. So, yeah.
In fairness, that's a pretty decent delivery on that. Okay. I mean, they was doing heaps for both Jofra Archer and for Matt Henry and Lockie Ferguson.
Yeah, and I think here he just tried to do something a bit different. Step down the wicket a little bit, get bat on ball, trying to get off the mark, be busy, and he just nicked something that's bounced a bit more than he probably anticipated.
What about his opening partner then, Phil Salt? We've seen glimpses of him getting after it. I did wonder when he walked out to bat, given what we saw that Jofra did in the first over of the game, whether he might have a little look. I know it's not really his role. Does he have to stick to that role? Because the actual dismissal, his front leg was nowhere. His outside leg stump.
Yeah, but I think you've got to allow Salty to do what he does and play the way he plays. The only question I would probably ask him is, are you 100% committed to what you're doing?
Okay.
So I would go, if you're going to do it, then be 100%, go all out and do it. But if you want to have a look at a couple of balls as well at the same time, then also do that, but be real clear on what you want to do. But you got to allow someone like Phil Salt and to play like that. And he's going to have some low scores in between some great innings because it's the way he plays.
We straw an amazing game, an amazing partnership at the end, also 3 pieces of brilliance, individual brilliance. Now, you gave the best 6 of the game to Banton. I gave it to Brook for panel beating the big LED.
I forgot about that one.
You've forgotten about that. You won't have forgotten about Glenn Phillips' catch, though, because we're going to show that now. Because just explain the degree of difficulty and how athletic you have to be to pull something like that off.
This is unbelievable. I mean, he's the best fielder in the world for me. That I've never done in my life, so I don't know what it feels like. But that is unbelievable because you're full speed. You're worried about getting hit in the face.